And
You left one in my fridge.
just leave it there. I'll be back for
Dude, Kevin, get
Kev-
better Wi-Fi, bro. Where the heck you go?
it.
That's
All right,
hilarious. Well, I guess we're
on
recording because I accidentally pressed start. So, welcome, gentlemen, to BMX After Dark Before Dark because we're doing it early today.
mid-evening BMX.
And Caleb, this is your first time here.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
First time caller, first time chatter. Big
Good to
fan of
see
the show.
you. Number one fan.
So, basically, riding off the high from this weekend, I wanted to do a recap follow up chat like we did with Corn Hucket because it's always fun to talk about these things and make sure everyone knows that they should have been there and that they should be there next year because we already have a date set October 2nd through 4th, 2026. No one can say you didn't know now.
Yeah.
I already put it in my calendar today.
I got FOMO and I was there.
Me too. That's why I made the date so fast. I think I had 20 people saying I'll be there next year and I can't wait for next year. Or, sorry I couldn't come. I'll be there next year. And I was like, I didn't even think about next year yet. I wanted to open this though.
That's how it was with the Lions Jam for me. It's like I kind of only planned on doing. They asked me to do a grand opening for the skate park, and I was like, okay, I'll just make it a bike jam too. And then same thing. Like people were like, oh, sorry I couldn't make it. If you throw it again next year, I'll do it. And I was like, wait, next year, huh? That's a thing. We could do it next year.
And here we are 3 years later, Alliance Jam.
Oh, crazy.
So I wanted to start this one. I kind of asked Geoff a little bit when we were still there, but I want to ask both of you again. Now more time has gone by, and Caleb for the first time. What was your favorite trick of the entire weekend or day?
I have two.
Ooh, I'm ready.
One is because of the personal connection to it. Presley's double peg on the hitching post.
Yeah.
That's so sick. Trick of the day.
Your favorite trick, not what you think should be the best trick of the day, but what your favorite one was.
I'm not even gonna lie, man. Dude, it's hard because I was kind of going for like more trick of the day, but my own personal favorite.
You can do both.
I mean, I guess it could be both, but I don't think it's both because like I have my taste, you know, like but then there's a reality of like what was the best trick of the day.
Do you need a
Going
minute?
for just like my cup of tea, dude. Matt's gap double peg hard 180 on the rail, dude. Because that, I mean, that's just my niche, dude. I was not expecting that hard 180, and he just pulled it like it was that.
He also, at least I didn't see him. I didn't see him hit the rail before that.
No, that was first go. That was first pegs on the rail and hard 180 first try.
Yeah, and it wasn't like an insane rail by some standards, but it was definitely a real rail, and he came out of a quarter pipe to hit it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was that as far as my favorite, because like my opinion, like of I like shit that I can do.
Yeah,
That was it. That was sick.
I love that one. And honestly, that was part of the conversation for the box jump, like best trick thing, where I'm like, dude, it was a box jump contest, but he used a box jump to go to a rail. Same with like Kevin going backwards over the box jump to flat.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it ended up being a box jump trick that won because I felt like that was a more traditional like box jump contest thing. But I wish I had $2,000 more so I could just be like Matt, Kevin, Seth, everyone who used it in an unconventional way, $100 each or something.
Yeah.
What about you,
No,
Geoff?
I would say my most jaw dropped moment was actually like I know he's a local to you guys, but I don't get to watch him ride that much. But Sponge's foot jam whip on that hitching post and then rolling right back and doing that hurricane on your bike brand. Like, I saw him trying to get into that foot jam whip a couple of times, and I didn't know if it was going to happen. And then he never touched that hurricane.
Yeah.
Like, he pulled that right out of the abyss and made it and locked it in. And that was a moment where I was just like, dude, Sponge has got it. Like, he just did back to back, like it was almost nothing. Like that was probably one of my favorite moments where my jaw hit the floor and I had to scoop it back up.
I agree. Again, I agree. Because that was a moment where it was like another time where I'm like, dude, I'm saying this is best trick, but I want to give it to Sponge for those two tricks back to back. It is a really hard decision back between that and Nate.
That was good, especially if you just add in the taste that he was on your bike. He wasn't even on his bike.
And the hurricane to me was a little crazy too because like in my head I would have been worried about the rafter right there. Like I mean he's a little bit. I mean I'm a little bit taller than Sponges, I guess. I mean we might even be the same height, but a part of me would have yanked that last 270 out as high as I could. You know what I mean? Like even just hit just super calculated and just made it happen. I was like, wow, like like just jaw dropped, just single man clapping in the corner, like yes.
From his perspective too, he said that with the hurricane, he just got onto his back tire and then closed his eyes and pulled.
Like, and on a hitch, man, that's like all you can do sometimes.
Whoa! Is that?
Oh, there he is.
Howdy.
Noah has arrived. All right, so guess what? Since Noah's here, I'm gonna have to reorganize the background a little bit because I had it set up for those two. So we're gonna fix this up real quickly. And while I do that, I want Caleb and Geoff to tell Noah about the day that he missed out on. Give him the Cliff Notes recap.
You missed a day, man. You missed a good old day of some ramp shredding.
Give me the high points, like not necessarily like tricks or anything, but just like vibes wise, like high points at Cornhucket was always like the night before session, stuff like that.
The hitching post, that is the most perfect hitching post I've ever rode in my life. That is it. It's not too scary. It's not too little where people are like, It's literally a perfect hitching post. And I mean, that was the heart of it. But the fact that everybody ripped that thing out of there and rode it like a box jump, and then like the box jump had, what would you call it? Almost handicaps on it, like, because there's a rail beside it. It's not that big. You crank your dome off the rafter, like
like a Widowmaker.
Yeah, it was Ohio BMX at its finest. That shit was good.
No, if I were to make a comparison to it, it gave me very big Red Bull backyard build-off vibes.
Yeah. I mean, just from the pictures, you can tell it looks like Vibe City. That's not a great word, but it looks like a ramp that you want to ride as long as possible with your homies. It just looks like a deck that's fun to be on.
The perfect spine mini ramp where you can do whatever you want on it. And we built the perfect hitching post that you could do almost anything you want on it, unless you just aren't scared of hitting the rafter. Then you can do anything you want.
You know that old punk song, "Heaven is a Half Pipe"?
Yeah.
Dude, like
vibes.
Jake's helmet. Did you see the picture at the top of Jake's helmet, dude?
Yeah. I saw Gage got one too. Got a little buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gage, and then one homie hit it when he tried to do a backflip.
with his bottom bracket.
Yeah, I'm telling you, backflip, sprocket, finish the flip to sprocket chunk on the quarter could have happened.
All completely intentional too.
Like if someone wanted to, I swear that would work.
Dude, I'll even go back. Even Sponge's high five, straight cheesing while he was doing it, was amazing as well over the spine.
Yeah, I didn't
I
realize.
was a big fan of Gage's hand plant first try too, with a hurt wrist. Just
Yeah.
it was right
What did
below.
he?
I was standing in that little section beside that quarter in the wall of the building, and it was right there, dude. Like I swear, it's like I could have had a conversation, and that's how slow mo it felt around me.
It's a big quarter.
What obstacle was the hand plant on?
8-foot quarter? Was it 8? Yeah, it seemed like 8.
Yeah, it is 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he,
Over by the overhead door.
no, the other side.
Other side.
And
Okay.
and
Yeah.
he did it at a time where that wasn't even part of anything. That ramp was never part of anything, and he just busted out first try.
Yep.
I was like, and I had just happened to walk in between there because I didn't think a jam was going on, and then that's when I realized that the hitching post jam, I think,
Spine
the
jam.
spine jam was going on because I went and took a little lunch commission and stuff, and I like heard their hype, but I didn't think the jam had started yet. And I come and look over, and that was the first thing that went down in front of my face was Gage's hand plant, and I was like, holy crap, the spine mini's going on.
That's
And
awesome.
by the time I got up there, I was too late for that party. But
I wonder if I can find that clip, because I spent my morning today sending clips to literally everyone who landed something.
Brad, that was much appreciated too. It kind of gave me like big smiles throughout the day at work, trying to deal with getting back to reality, and then just being like, "Oh yeah, I almost forgot about this weekend. Oh, I forgot I did that this weekend." You know?
literally,
like
dude, it was like a recap of like, oh dang, I did that. Wait, what?
Dude, like, and this weekend you could have busted out a BMX encyclopedia, and we would have killed almost every page. Like there was so much good riding going on in every corner, like of that ramp, and even outside and inside. Like there was sessions going down.
Yeah, I saw there was a Josh Johnson appearance.
Yup.
Yeah, and Andy was all wrapped up on his shoulder because that boy
Oh, yeah.
puts his shoulder out of place every time he rides.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
But he was still getting down. He didn't really. I don't think he rode any of the jams. He just kicked it with some of the homies and kept it easy. But
He rode the street jam.
Sometimes that's the
he
way.
did ride the street jam. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Which he did kill. He did that 270 Smith 90N. That was sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I found the clip of Gage, but I have to re-add Caleb's name in here because I messed up. So don't mind me. But I figured out a way that I can pull up clips. I don't know if you guys won't be able to see them, but what you're talking about will be there.
What was how much antics were there? I saw some pit bike action. Was there a lot of redneckness going on in the back 40 or?
Kind of.
It was just Gerber and Yanetta. They both were on some pit bikes, and then Gerber got his Tacoma stuck on a mound and got himself out of it, and then sent it airborne.
It was sick.
Yeah, there was definitely like an underground vibe of some antics going on at any given point.
Yeah, it was like low key. Not a lot of people knew the antics were going on. It was like you just heard about it later.
That's how you know the good antics. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Kevin was there, Kevin Stovall. So there's always some shit talking going with him, hyping up in any manner that in any form that he can find it. He's screaming. So
Dude, we gotta give it to him though. He tried that bar sprocket to fakie probably 20 times and ate it every single time.
And then he tried it like 3 times after smacking his head with no helmet on.
Probably more than that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'll give it to the washed up fella, and I hope he watches this video when it comes out too, because I mean that boy, I think he probably surprised himself. That whip was massive.
For real though, let me find that. I got him in here.
His ankle also later in the day was the size of a football.
From the whip.
Oh yeah, he was just like he was swole.
Yeah, and I mean he was still getting down. He was still getting down. So,
Dude,
Boom.
he has such a good presence.
More jams. He needs to hit more. Be at more jams, other than
Yeah,
Kurt's and well now this one because that boy saw dollar signs. Kevin's always liked his money, man.
he's got such a good presence about him too.
Yeah, he's just fun to
He's
be
a hype
around.
man. He's a hype man for sure.
I love the like underground just throw cash at your buddies type jams where it's just like I have $20, somebody do something cool because people will fucking kill themselves for a $20 bill.
I'm really
for no
glad.
reason.
$20 5 times, you got $100.
Dude.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. After doing like a little bit of math in the morning, I was like, I could probably do better on $20 haulers than I can if I actually won something, as long as I stay consistent throughout the day.
I'm glad
Like,
that this guy. Go ahead.
if I can land everything that I want to land today, I could probably make more than if I like podiumed on any of the events, as long as everything goes, the right way.
You show up to play the side pot.
I'm really
I
glad that it got
side-potted
brought
hard.
up. I'm very glad. I'm cutting you off because I want to turn to talk. But I'm glad that got brought up because all morning while I was sitting there sending everybody clips, I was just like, dude, this is what I want to do all the time. I just want to have like $5,000 and show up at Ray's and be like, guess what, everyone? I'm giving away money. Come ride. And just film it. And I want to be like Mr. Beast giving away money for bike tricks. Just for bike tricks, not anything stupid like last person to leave the ramp gets to own the skate park. No, like do a cool trick. I'm going to give you $100. That's all I thought about all day.
That would be pretty cool though too. Put $5,000 on. Let's see who's willing to stay here and bike the kink bowl but you have to be consistently trying something. Like something like that and $5,000. But imagine being the Mr. Beast of BMX though.
It'd be fun.
I'd get fun with it.
It's just literally, I'm like, how do I do this all the time? The whole day I was going through all that footage. Like, I need to figure out how I can do this once a month.
Yeah, my favorite thing about the $20 holler, the just like money for tricks kind of parts of jams where it's like usually one guy will kick it off and be like $20, somebody do the coolest fucking tabletop. And then it's the tertiary people, like the core dudes that are more there for the vibes. Like people always start stepping up just out of nowhere for no reason other than the love of the game. They're like, he put fucking $20 in, I got $20, I want to see something fucking happen. And it just kind of like, I don't know, to me, like that is when you can feel BMX like in your heart. Just like dudes just ripping dollar bills out of their wallet to give the fucking kids riding bikes is a cool feeling.
Back to like Kevin, he does that stuff at the Curtis ride out every year, and next thing you know, you got $200 on a rail that people have hit for years. Like,
and then next thing you know, you're Caleb Oney going down the rail and winning $200, then giving 100 of it away.
I literally was like, I know I could do this rail. I'm not. I mean, respectfully, I want other people to like build that confidence up and do it themselves. And then it was $200, and I was like, all right, well.
Yeah.
And then I did split it. I split it with him. He broke his phone and his handlebars on the
Fabian, however you say his name.
Yeah, yep.
I would be lying if I said that I didn't start out dropping in with like a start-off trick leading into something a little bit better later. You know what I mean? Like every time like a jam started or a certain like obstacle was going to be ridden, it was like, I was like, oh, I'm just going to try to tail whip the box. I throw goofy-footed whips. It's got a nice quick landing. I just got to avoid the pillar up on top, and then I'll work my way up to, what I really want to do.
Yeah.
I think for most people that like ride with you enough, the whip was like, what the fuck?
It was.
I was like, wait, Geoff tail whips like that?
Yeah, dude. I do my best, and that's one of those like at my local park. I have a mini ramp with a spine, and then like we have the box jump, but the box jump is so big, and then there's blacktop at the bottom of the landing. So like, there's only a handful of dudes in New Jersey that really mess with like the Tissio, box jump. So like, dude, I could throw fly out whips all day long. This box is perfect for fly out tricks. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just toss one, and if I don't land it, whatever, the homies will see that I'm trying. You know what I mean? Like at that point, to inspire somebody to get moving. You know?
And then you pulled it.
I did. I landed completely on my crank arm and my top tube platform, but
Nobody
I'll
cares.
take it.
Nobody cares at all. It was awesome.
I'm gonna go refill my drink.
Actually, I
Yeah,
can
and-
find
and-
the clip of you pulling it in a couple
And
seconds.
no one knows. I always refer to my top tube standing platform as my third pedal.
I still think that tail whips you catch frame, like anybody catches frame, as long as you like mean to catch it frame and you like drag it in with your foot. I think that's cooler than any tail whip to cranks. I don't give a shit what
Yeah.
you say. It's the oh man, I'm having a big brain fart here. This is a bad one.
When they're trying to hide it.
As your TM, I appreciate what you're getting at.
Taj whips are cooler than any other whip. I don't care
I have to
what
point
anybody
out
says.
right now that I can't show any of Jeff's clips because he has an Android and I can't access my text to him on my computer.
Wow.
Just saying. So now Kevin's here. Let's give Kevin a little recap on what he missed out on this weekend too. That's different than the recap you guys gave Noah.
Nice shirt, Kevin.
Geoff
Thanks.
can tail whip.
Spooky season. Geoff can tail whip. Geoff went backwards over the spine, which I mean, he may have done before, but that was really cool to see. So, right?
That might have been the coolest clip I saw out of everything. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
That was
Geoff landed his over 270 lawnmower ice pick on the hitching post. That would have been the coolest trick of the day for sure. Not to make you feel bad for not landing it, but dude, that's biking, bro.
He
That's
just
precision
he
biking.
saved it so I could land it later.
Hey, the vibes were good at that moment, and it was just one of those like, I don't know, it just didn't work, and it's okay that it didn't. But I wanted to give it a handful of really honest goes, and even if Brand doesn't, I'm gonna probably go back and make it happen eventually.
If that would have been like the second jam of the day, you would have locked it in for sure.
Oh, dude, I was absolutely exhausted by the time that hitching post got put back in. Like, I was at my car literally swinging my feet below my tailgate, just like in a daze.
What did you guys think about like that element of the day? Like how many events, which events there were, and all of that?
You had to remove the hitching post? That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's removable with plugs, so it could just be ridden as a box jump.
Damn.
And you could also change its height, I guess, if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
You could prop some blocks of wood underneath there and give it a couple inches.
Yeah, but with the Widowmaker, I don't know that you'd really. I mean, I guess I haven't ridden, so I should probably shut the fuck up. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there was a perfect amount of events, all the events that it was on, and then you gotta think as the years go along, like you can change stuff. You still have a whole inside skate park, and you still have a whole outside, like uncovered part. Reality. This was the index of a story. So
Yeah, I agree. I'm just curious because like I want to hear how it can be made better. Noah, this is not the website for that, bro.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say much about it because, I mean, Brand and I talked in the morning about like the order of things. Like we were just kind of like chatting about it. So I mean, I thought everything in the order that it went in was probably a good story to tell throughout the day. Kind of built itself up, and everything really worked out. And you really got to put some of the dudes that if it's a marathon. You know what I mean? It's not a sprint.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to sit there and like, if somebody rambled off to me that there's an event with a quarter pipe contest, a spine contest, a hitching post contest, and a bank to sub jam, like I'm gonna play my day out where I'm gonna make sure that I can ride to all of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the little bit of breaks in between them. I mean, maybe even like a little more breaks.
Really? You liked that?
Either that or start at like 1, start at noon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I always feel like it jams when there's too long of a break that people just get like bored
Thank you.
and lose interest. So I purposefully was like, let's keep this moving.
Yep, that's how I've and again, I wasn't there, so I really can't like add anything to this section. But to me, the recipe for success is always like short and sweet. You know, like get it in, get it out, because people get tired, people get sidetracked. So like in and out, you know, as succinct as possible. You obviously, like, it's hard to kill shit when the vibes are right. You don't want to do that. Like, there is too short. But yeah, I second one. I understand what Bran is saying in like you know, when you go to like a corn hucket, or I guess when you used to, because they're not a thing anymore, by the end of the second jam, you're like, oh boy, I gotta get some coffee or something.
Yeah, because they were 45 minutes to an hour each. But I fully sympathize with the fact that you brought that up, Caleb, because I always just assumed everyone was the same as what I was thinking. But to hear like maybe a little bit longer, like not even a long time, just 5 or 10 minutes could be the difference of what makes it like better.
Something in between. So
there was so many people that, like, you know, you don't always get to see all the time. So like, I feel like it just gives. I mean, I guess it was a whole weekend thing. I guess that's my own fault. You know, I only came one day.
Well,
so
most people did that.
Yeah, and but yeah, no, it's just like my personal opinion is like, if you give me 45 minutes in between each thing, 45 minutes an hour, I'm still gonna be chilling. But
yeah,
I ride my bike every day, and I have the energy for it. I love a jam, you know that. Like I thrive off it. If I'll be deadbeat tired, if I'm not hurt, I'm riding my bike.
yeah. So,
Brent, question for you. I know it seemed like you were kind of concerned, like, oh man, are people going to show up? Which that is one of the biggest fears for anyone throwing an event. Would you say that you had adequate people that, it seemed like there were a lot of people from what I saw.
So long answer, because I'm not going to give a short answer to this one, is there were people from every single direction from other states that came, which made me really happy. I planned for that by hitting everyone up individually and inviting them. So it was awesome that they all came. And I wasn't sure about local people, like just what the number would be, because I didn't want to have any expectations. I think the fact that we had to form a line for most of the jams was like, wow, yeah, let's go. But then talking to TJ today, because he said he really appreciated the try a trick 2 or 3 times, go to the end of the line thing. I think more jams could benefit from a approach like that, where it's like, hey, we're not going to have the same 4 people taking runs every other person. We're going to give everybody the same amount of like time.
Yeah, that's a good idea, because it keeps the intimidation factor maybe down a little bit for, like, you know, the folks that are maybe struggling a little bit more. Yeah. Plus, it gives some recovery time too. If you have a line and you know it's like, okay, I've got 2 minutes to breathe in between, but you can see Geoff needs it. So,
but at the same time, it wasn't so rigid that, like, if Caleb's trying to do something, or like Geoff's trying the 270 over lawnmower ice on a hitching post, it wasn't so rigid that it was like, oh, you messed up 3 times, get out of here. It was like, no, turn around and keep trying until you need to go to the end of the line because you're tired.
Yeah, I think that there was like an understanding with the line at the beginning. Like, I even kind of shouted out to some people behind me, like, hey, like, get 1 or 2 and allow people to come back. Like, if they go over that hitch post and they want another one, allow them to at least make the precipice back in there. Give everybody, that extra little chance. And that seemed to work out pretty well.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's structure, but loose structure. So it's not super rigid.
Yeah.
It's
so
like
we're not having 4 people running train on the hitching post at once.
Which in the one jam where there wasn't a line, that started to happen. And I could feel that it was like, come on now. We got the same people trying the same 4 tricks every other person, and I like the other. How'd you feel about it, Caleb?
The lines were sick. I mean, I just kept it equal. And like you said, it wasn't like fully down to like just 2 tries. Like it went off the energy by every person. Like, you know, obviously if somebody didn't get real close in that 2 tries, they pretty much stopped and just went to the end of the line. Now, like if you get halfway decently close in them 2 tries, the energy kept flowing from everybody, and you know, like Hobo's on the mic, so like he's hyping it. He'd be like, "All right, run that back one more time." You know, like it naturally flowed. I liked it. The only one that felt chaotic was the street jam.
Well, yeah, and that one was one where there wasn't lines. There wasn't a line, and
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a small area to sit in, and you had to go.
Yeah.
And it was backed up against a wall. You know what I mean? Like when I knew that the jam before that was over with, I actually went over there and I was like, I got to figure out how to get to that thing backwards. And well, there was like 2 people over there. I kind of scooted over and like kind of found my line or found what worked a little bit better for me, and had to reevaluate that once all the people were over there. But I definitely took a couple minutes to try to play chess with that, than checkers. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's because there was like a line and like it just turned into like the people that are like more ready to go are the people that were going in that. But like I kind of felt like there was a lot of people sitting down there that weren't even trying, so they were kind of just taking up space.
Yeah.
That's also like chaotic because like you're literally trying to dodge just dud bullets. You know, it's like it was.
It's a balance that the bystanders there because you want to have people watching, but you also don't want people like sitting on the ledges. You know,
they were watching from the spot that you needed to go in the run up. Okay. Caleb was totally onto it there.
That's so good.
Yeah, like I mean, to be honest, it was probably 6 of us getting down on that stuff. Imagine if it was just those 6 people in that square to the ramp. Like it would have been a whole different ball field.
Yeah,
for sure.
I got clips right here.
And like at any kind of jam, especially like street jams, that's sometimes just what happens. You know what I mean? Like I can't tell you how many times I've watched street jams and I'm like, dude, there's 20 people standing there watching in the landing zone of somebody going down a handrail. You know, like it kind of comes with the territory. You know.
All right, boys, I'm gonna hop off here. It was good seeing you. I get to trade my visiting internship to Kevin, so you're not alone.
Thanks. Good luck. Go.
See you.
Go smash out.
Well, there goes Noah.
It sounds like everybody had a good time. I mean, I saw some clips online and stuff like that, and everything just looked again, to use your term, stoked. So
that was the theme of the weekend.
Anybody got it down.
I got a response on my what could I do better next year poll. There was one person who was a little upset, but that's because they didn't get to go Saturday and they went Sunday when no one was there.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I didn't even go yesterday because I was freaking dead. But speaking on that, and Caleb, you brought up the fact that there's an indoor and an outdoor park. I have plans for making it better for next year to utilize all 3 days. Like, it'd be sick to make Friday evening probably an indoor park jam because it gets darker earlier and people are going to get there around evening time. Yeah. Something on the indoor park, and then Sunday morning do a trail jam. And then maybe an outdoor park.
Running?
They one line will next year for it by October.
I saw Jake Hippie Jake, though, you know I'm talking about Pittsburgh homie. I saw he rode him, but they didn't look exactly rideable from that clip.
Yeah, there's a little tabletop line that could be ridden, but the actual jump lines definitely were not even close to be rideable.
Dude, and that outdoor plaza is one of my favorite places to ride. Like,
I mean, yeah, like a whole street jam could be thrown. There's a real handrail out there. There's a real hubba. There's you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and it could be traded off for like street jam, whatever. Like just having something Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I think would be super sick.
make a whole weekend out of it. Absolutely wild. So
Yeah.
And then you fill up those camping spots, and then a good after party for Saturday happens.
Uh-huh.
Not that it didn't this year, but there was room to make it bigger.
Well, I think most people...
I can get one band out there next year.
Yeah, definitely real live music would be sick for an after.
And I could probably get the group of fire spinners too, to be honest.
That would be fun. That's what's so cool about this place.
Fire spinners? There you go.
Like, the fact that they're so cool down there and open to something like that, yeah, that would make it that much more awesome. I mean, literally when Gerber jumped that dirt bike jump with his truck, the guy who like, just saying that's funny, but the guy who builds stuff down there that like builds the motocross track and maintenances that and everything, he was on the mic because they were cooking the burgers and he was announcing like, we got burgers and whatever ready. He's like, I don't think anybody's paying attention right now, but dude in the truck. And then you look back and hauling ass Gerber across the dirt bike track, airborne. As soon as he said that, and it was like, that's awesome that the dude who's like building the dirt bike track here isn't like, what is he doing? He's like, no, you better look over, you're gonna miss it.
That is definitely some looseness that you might not get at other places.
Yeah,
and like that's what's so cool about, like, that's why I love jumping out to the Midwest and even like the ranch camp and stuff like that. Is because, you know, there are a handful of other venues like, you know, like Woodward, they have good weekends and stuff like that, but sometimes just those little bit of antics just, you know, it makes it feel so much more BMX, you know.
yeah.
Like Fernando ripping his electric dirt bike on the free at ranch camp. Like, dude, like, you can't do that at Woodward. Nobody's letting you do that at Woodward on any weekend.
Nope.
Like,
No. You get auto kick out.
Yeah, banned for life. Yeah, I mean, the beginning of the clip I posted at Presley, I didn't even realize that the beginning of it's like another beer and he might nail it or whatever. Another. I need to listen to it because it was honestly hilarious. I didn't realize they said it.
Wait, it was at the beginning of Preston's clip.
Yeah, he said. He said, "Give him another PBR." I think he's got it.
That is kind of funny.
Over the microphone, it was hilarious.
Him jumping up to that hitching post and then crawling on his peg and spinning the bars and dropping back down, like he jumped onto his pedals, like from up there. You know what I mean? Like, and then dropped him. Like that's a little bit more than a mini ramp to a man that height. You know?
I mean I'd be scared to take the drop off that post. Like, and he just did it like, oh yeah, no biggie. He's like, oh, fearless.
He also did it a bunch of times.
Yeah, rubber bones.
He does that because of him. Like, he gets inspired by you with that for sure. Like, because ain't none of us doing that stuff around him.
It's cool.
Know what I mean?
Well, it's cool to see where he gets inspiration from all of us. Where
for sure.
At the park, he could be trying a flatland trick because the next weekend's the flatland contest, and he was there last year. He'll probably be there this year, and he's just excited about it. And then he could be trying some kind of grind because he saw Caleb, or a brake trick or something because he saw Geoff. It's just cool. He gets that inspiration from all of us, and then actually acts on it.
Oh no, he's sick. Like, he's definitely one of those kids that he learns from watching, and like, I mean. I genuinely think that's why, like, he almost knacks with the wrong foot, because, like, that's what he watches me do.
Oh, maybe.
You're right.
There's not very many people that knack with your back foot, and he's getting it. Like, and that's just one trick that I've done in front of him a lot, because, you know, the main places we've rode is, like, Ray's and Alliance Skate Park, where, like, that's a trick that I do probably 4, 5, 6, 7 times a session.
Mm-hmm.
And, but, like, it's like you said, it's so crazy to just watch him. Like, dude, 2 years ago when they moved here, he was a little 12-inch bike to be moving around his bike the way he is now, hitting a hitching post, doing the stuff on top of hitching post.
He gives me like Josh Harrington vibes. Like, I feel like he's gonna get that good and that well-rounded. You know?
Yeah.
It's cool seeing like someone his age willing to branch out and not just pigeonhole, because a lot of the kids that are really good, it's like, yeah, they do box jumps and bar spins, and like they're like in that, you know, Olympic park kind of thing, or there's dirt jumpers. But to see him like wanting to do the different things, like that's I mean, we've talked about that before. It's sorely lacking in a lot of folks. You know, everyone's so niche, and that's it.
It was hilarious.
From Florida.
Oh God, I don't know.
It's like Presley's like biggest inspiration to.
Oh, Terry Adams. I thought you were talking about a kid.
No, it's not Terry. It's
Not Terry.
He does a lot of flatland.
Chad DeGroot. Duh.
Yep. He's a big Chad DeGroot fan.
It was so hilarious when Presley switched bikes and Habbo didn't know he had two bikes. He's like, did he just do a bike switch? And then he does the double peg on the hitch post. He's like, on a borrowed bike.
Oh, no, yeah, he didn't know.
It was just funny.
Like, that's the thing is like Presley, like, I mean, man, I may be dropping the ball on saying this, but I learned who Chad DeGroot is through Presley.
That's dope.
Oh, have you watched some of that man riding park? Watch that man riding a hitching. Yeah, watch Chad ride a hitching post.
Like,
yeah,
I follow him now. I follow him now. Obviously. Yeah, I learned that from Presley when he was 8 years old.
Yeah, that section of Chad riding a hitching post and destroying it, like left, right, up, down, both sides. You know. Amazing.
Yeah. Kevin, you're super insightful. Any more questions about the weekend?
Oh, I regret that I didn't come, which I'm pretty sure that everyone else that sees your recap video is probably going to feel exactly the same way. So,
well, it's a good thing it's happening again next year, October 2nd through 4th weekend, 2026.
All right. Nice. Well, I guess it was successul if you're announcing the next one.
Everyone already told me I was doing it again, so I just made the date.
Oh, okay.
Kevin, I will also admit there was a very positive multi-generational vibe throughout the day. You know, you had dudes like Billy Woodfin and TJ Henderson, and then you had kids like, you know, Press like killing it on the course, and there were some other younger guys. Like, there was no like stigma of old manish going on. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was just there riding together, and it was beautiful.
We did. It was a good stretch of age of people. It was like basically from Presley and the other little homie, his dad rides. I don't know.
Benny and Brad Gibbs.
Yeah, me and Brad.
Pierce. Was it Pierce?
Yeah.
I got his Instagram. I'll get it. I'll make sure we say it right. Because
like those little guys, like, I mean, we had like 4 or 5 of those little guys running around, and then, you know, up to like, who's the older of the crowd? Who's the oldest?
Oh,
Jeff.
I was
John
actually.
Courts?
I think I'm a year younger than TJ is. So I think TJ was 40, and I turned 39 the weekend before.
So
39, 40. I mean, I'm about to be 27 in 2 weeks. Kevin's 3 years older than me. Like, you got Seth, he's 16. Blake's only 21. Like, we literally had a good stretch of like age of people. Like, it was perfect.
that kid was
awesome.
Bethany.
Bethany was there. Nora Cup Women's Rider of the Year 2025.
Sick.
That kid's name was Pierce Palmer. And what was sweet is that his dad like doesn't even really ride. So like the kid just got into BMX somehow. His dad told me the story, but I can't remember right now. But it was cool because he brought his kid to this event for his kid to be there and enjoy it.
JR and his parents, like his parents came out with the big old chunky dog.
Jack Skellington.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We should
the land seal.
Oh my god.
You
Yeah,
good?
he is a man.
That paints a picture.
That's funny. We should probably take a minute to talk about Alex Capilongo, dude that did everything all day long, rider of the day.
Oh yeah. He got a follow on my way home. I was like, absolutely need you on the radar.
Yeah.
You're a homie now.
I'm going to pull up his Instagram too because he's like,
Does he ride for J Courts?
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, good.
He is like, he has 700 followers on Instagram And I feel like he's just one of those people that nobody really knows about.
Dude, silent shredder. He was very soft spoken the entire day when I was chatting with him.
But rode everything. Rode every
Oh,
jam.
everything.
Killed it on every single one.
And killed it on everything.
Like,
I tell you what, boys, if you're gonna go and recap, I'm gonna let you guys go because I gotta bounce and I gotta get some stuff together. So, but am I gonna see anybody at Flat Assassins this Saturday?
I'll be there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Are you
No,
there?
wait, no, sorry. I got a date day on Saturday.
Are you there in a compete capacity or
No,
or
I'm just
I'm a retired champion?
I'm retired champion.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
I just need to know how hard I got to practice this week. So, all right.
Retired.
I would
Peace
love
out,
to make
guys.
it out there. I would love to make it out there, Kevin, but unfortunately, I'm going to miss it as well.
That's okay. We'll get you next year. We'll have you out for the whole week. We'll do Brant's thing and then stay over.
And that sounds absolutely like the plan that I'm going to make.
Yo,
Yeah.
that would be dope if they follow up like
Just
that.
work from home. It'll be fine. So
Hell yeah. Thanks
bring
for
some components with you.
Thanks for jumping in, Kevin.
All right. Peace out, boys. Bye.
Later.
Later.
Boom. Back to Caleb and Geoff. Anyways, Alex, man, that guy, just watching him ride and the stuff that he was doing was so fun.
His warm-up attempts were very unique from his landed attempts.
What do you mean?
Like I want to say this gracefully, but like he would like warm up with something and you'd be like, okay, that's a little out of left field, and then he'd just make it happen in like 2 tries later.
The up rail foot jam 180 got me at first. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, that's unique.
And then he did the Canadian to 360, 540 Canadian, basically. It's like,
Yeah.
the only other person I've seen do that is Tom Justice.
Pat,
Pat too.
he just did it 3 weekends ago at ranch camp.
With the bar spin, I get. No, he went to fakie, didn't he?
Yeah,
No,
I think he went to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to be down, the ranch camp was a blur because I got like, the sun is never kind to me down in Virginia.
Yeah. So, Caleb, you picked your favorite trick of the day, but you said what you thought trick of the day would be different. What was that?
Bike flip from Calhoun underneath that thing. Dude, like, are you kidding me, bro? That is crazy. Bro, that was a death wish that he didn't get granted. So, like, I mean, that was... I mean,
the Superman peg grab, too.
Oh, my God. He's one of the most underrated riders there is.
Seriously, though. It's insane.
He lives 2 towns away from me.
Yeah. It's
like...
something in the water, but you're drinking beer.
Yeah.
That dude, and the fact that he tried the whipped Canadian on the hitching post, just like he had to know he was going to hit his head.
I know, that was... and just brushed it off because he's a tank, dude.
Dude, Jake is a powerhouse of a man. And, like, I can't wait to see what he gets himself into going forward. It's like, every time I ride with him, he just makes me feel like he makes me feel my age every time I ride with him.
It was so sick too because he rode all day long. Then after awards, he put on the shirt that he got in the awards and then rode till like everyone else quit riding basically.
And with no pads on either. He kind of just rolled over, grabbed his helmet. He's like, if there's still dudes in the mini, I gotta keep riding. I can't watch other people ride this mini right now.
Yeah, it was awesome.
The energy, man. The energy.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I'm super happy with how everything went and how many people showed up. And I want to give away money all the time now because it was so much fun.
Yeah, that was sick. I walked away with 140.
Let's go. That's awesome.
I think I wound up with 240 or 260.
Yeah, like at first I looked at the picture of everybody sitting on the sub rail and I was like, man, everybody's just gonna be like, dude, he just gave money to all his friends all day. And then I thought about it and I was like, wait a minute, every single person there was my friend.
Exactly.
And it was like, I don't know, it just made me stoked.
I mean,
And anytime I get sit on a hitching post next to those dudes that I sat next to, means a very good day happens.
True.
Like all of you guys, like I know I'm not a local out there, and like I probably am with how much I've been traveling out there, especially this last year. But like I couldn't have been happier smiling on that hitching post sitting next to all you guys.
Hell yeah. Any other highlights?
Also give a shout out to Trevor Watring for the quarter pipe contest. Dude, Trevor dials. You know what I mean? Like came out and freaking knew what he wanted to do and then fired it out, and that was just like, oh, that's what I wanted to do. I'm gonna go watch the rest of the show.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That I jammed to whip, that was crazy.
Yeah, I've never seen him land that. And then he just busted out perfectly.
Yeah, that was insane.
Any more highlights that we should talk about? Habbo should get some recognition too because he did
shout out to
good.
Habbo.
Dude, between that and Ranch Camp, so Ranch Camp's the first time that I've ever met Habbo. Between watching him announce that and then announcing this jam, he's got that voice in him, dude. He's got that, and he knows what to say. He knows, and then he's a BMX wizard too. So like he knows how to speak on like referencing old stuff and this that. It's dope. He's sick.
And he did it all day. All day. He never slipped up. He never complained about it. You know what I mean? Like he sat and that mic was blessed by him the entire day.
Yeah, I gave him the date for next year and he's like, and Noah's not here anymore, but he's like, it could be sick to co-host with Noah next year.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Imagine they both have mics. Yeah.
Interviewing each other down in the pit.
What was that, Caleb?
Noah knows how to run his mile too.
Yeah. That's why I think it'd be fun. I mean, I can't like hide the fact that I would love for this event to become the new like Baco, just with less destruction after dark. I can't hide that. I can't lie about it. Like I would love to see it become a staple event for BMX where everybody comes out knowing that like there's the highlight is the mini ramp jam. That's the whole point of it, but there's everything else too. And to have announcers like Habbo and if Noah jumped on board and showed up.
Yeah. And that would also give either one of those dudes a chance to ride a little bit too. You know what I mean? Like if Habbo wanted in on that spine contest or if, Noah decided that he wanted to run the hitch for a little while. Because I know the dude's got hitching post tricks.
Yeah.
Like it'd be cool to just, pass it off. And also Habbo interviewing Billy Woodfin was a hilarious moment of the day. Like people were stopping and filming him, those two sitting together. I thought that was like a cool little like props moment almost, where you see like somebody kind of on the sidelines, getting like, hey, how's your day going? What's going on? Like, what do you feel like doing today? Like,
yeah, I loved that. That was so awesome. It was just a live podcast.
Yeah, they were clowns.
Yeah.
Clowns.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, I've never ridden with Billy before, and now I can't wait to ride with him again. He's definitely a hammer with two ends,
Dude.
Billy Pig.
Caleb, you should have been there Friday night because the session was Geoff Meade, Stephen Hamilton, TJ Henderson, Billy Woodfin, me. Was there anyone else?
And Hamilton. Oh, you said
Yeah,
Hamilton.
yeah.
Sorry.
That was the session Friday, and it was awesome.
Hamilton rips, dude. That's like my third or fourth time riding with him, dude. He's so sick.
It was
Dude,
insane.
the noise that his pedal made on those pedal slides was perfect.
Yes.
The bike is so sick.
I have clips I can pull up of him too. Because
he also marathoned it all day too. Like he rode and everything. Like his runs were pretty all over the place too. Like he was riding the whole course, but also throwing in like an element of whatever jam what was going on, you know?
Mm-hmm. Going out of that quarter over the hitching post into the mini was so insane.
Nuts.
Yeah.
The three wall slap.
That was
That was pretty cool, especially like that wall soft. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
soft and a
made it happen.
Yeah, he's so, I don't know, man. It's just, he kills it. And there was a moment outside that nobody else probably got to see except for who was right there. But we were riding the Bank to Jersey barrier in the street area, and he like manualed up it to go over the hip that it was beside. And he did it so huge that he basically landed front tire on that stair set, like the 3 flat 3 or whatever it was.
Wow.
Landed front tire like on that stair set, rode out of it smooth enough to go off the wedge that goes into that curved wall ride and do a table into the grass. And the way he did it, it was so fluid and smooth that it looked intentional. It was like, this is the Hamilton magic that everybody in BMX, like, that made him legendary.
Yeah.
He's got that nice little salt and pepper of feral in him that makes things work really, really well, you know?
Yeah.
Just flows.
Geoff, you kept talking all weekend about like the contrast between being in the presence of certain people. Like TJ is very structured, regimented in the way that he seems to approach his riding. But then you have Hamilton, who is kind of a wild card, and you never know what he's about to do. And the contrast of those two things was so much fun to watch.
Yeah. And then you got Billy Woodfin, who's like ready to throw, you know what I mean? Like he spent a good time filming on Friday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I'm sure he was a little tucked out. We had Justin Stapleton there, and like he wound up not being able to stay the day because he felt like he was getting sick, but like he was throwing down on that hitching post and he did the whip X up. Like there was just a really good eclectic group of people there that kind of gave it like, you know, I always refer to it as Road Bulls 14 vibes. You know, like there was a really well-rounded group of people there that did that road BMX in such a unique and different way that like you couldn't stop but like look around and be like, this is sick. This is like real cool right now.
I love to hear that. That
it made every
what?
Especially the $3 glizzies, dude. I was messing them things up.
That kind of saved the day a little bit because I didn't plan for food at all, and that then
we stopped at Subway on our way out because we all knew like every time we've been out there, there's no food. There's that gas station that's like 10 minutes away, but you know, there's no real food in there. I don't even think you can buy like a sandwich in there or anything like that. So
yeah, there's that one place that now you'll know about, the Big Fish place that you probably drove by. It's a little like convenience store thing, but they make food in there. They got pizza and chicken and all kinds of good stuff that you can get, but it's 10 minutes away and like probably nobody knew about it.
No,
at the end of the day, I sat there like a 9-year-old kid with a cheeseburger in my hand, sitting on my tailgate, just like this is the best, like this is the best thing ever right now. You know, like why didn't I do this earlier? Because I'm not good at eating throughout the day. Like Brent, you know this. I'll go to Ray's and I'll ride for 10 hours and I'll pretty much almost pass out at the end of the day because like I'm just not good at stopping and eating.
Mm-hmm.
And like I sat there and I held that cheeseburger and I was like, man, all I need is a choppy milk right now and I'll be set. You know, like.
That's so funny.
I eat hot dogs all the time. I'm riding at Ray's too from Gypsy Bean or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I got a cheeseburger and a dog at the end of the day, and I couldn't have been more. You know what I mean? Like one of my parents might have well have brought it over to me and told me to take my pads off to sit and eat at the end of my day. You know, like,
that's awesome.
I did that downside Smith off of 2 glizzies. 2 glizzies.
Oh, dude. You popped a couple tubes in extraordinary fashion to that day.
It was a flat tire. It was a flat tire, like annihilation that weekend. Like, if you had a tube in the back, you better keep an eye on it.
I'm just glad I didn't pop Marcus's. Because, and I'm not going to lie. All right, so Marcus is a 21.25 top tube. I'm on the 21. I'm 9.25. He's 9.5. So, like, you know, based off of, like, confidence in riding, I knew I was pretty much going to be able to hop on that bike and ride it. So I get on it, and I roll the
Shout out to that, by the way.
Oh, yeah, shout out Marcus for the bike rental. Because I basically landed and just took my foot off on the turnaround. But
and shout out to switching bikes, like, midday. Like, that has always been, like, even I've seen it, I've witnessed it in BMX so many times that, like, it's always something that I would have never want to happen to me. So the fact that you were like, that he also offered his bike, which was cool as hell. And then, like, you know, being able to, like, do that math really quick, because, like, I probably can't even drop in on Brant's bike. You know what I mean? Like, or your bike. You know what I mean? Like, that's always, like, a fear of mine. And then, like, you handled it. You handled your business.
Everybody's got their, like, own niche. But, like, yeah, whenever I flicked that crank back and went to put my foot on it, it didn't move. There was not a lick of slack. And off the loudness of the mic and stuff, I dropped in, I aired out, I turned around, and then I went for it. And when I landed in that 180, I was expecting to have pedal pressure cranking me back, and I thought I was going to be able to control my 180. And no, we were just rolling because he has a Revolution, dude. And I did not click. And, oh, it got me because I haven't been on a free coaster in 2 years now. So it's like, it threw me for a rule.
Yeah, even if you did the safety back pedal, there'd still be nothing there for you to be backpedaling.
Yeah.
Exactly. It got me.
Those,
you said total fear of mine.
Those popped tubes got you too. They got all of us.
They got my butt cheek, dude.
Oh no,
dude! I had one on Friday.
Yep. Then Sponge had one go.
Mean, my tires are pretty beat. So, like, the fact that I was rolling on top of them and just popping the tubes, it made sense. I mean, my tires are just worn out. That's all.
Well, and what you were doing, because those ramps had just been painted, you were spinning into it. Your tire probably burped off the bead of the rim. The tube probably got in there somehow and compromised it enough to be able to pop.
Yeah. Oh, and they popped too, dude. They didn't just poof.
All at once.
The air out scared me. I'm glad I was already on the ramp when it did it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, mine scared the crap out of Victoria.
Oh, yeah.
She was sitting on the deck and mine blew up.
He was just coming out of the ramp, finishing a run, and then his tire just exploded when he got up onto the deck, basically.
Dang.
Yeah. Then,
like, when you're not expecting it, and, like, that's what I was saying. Like, if it happened in midair and then I had to land on my rim with a blown tire, I was glad I was just already on the down.
Right.
I was on the down. So.
I had one of those where I was like, oh man, my brakes feel funny because the tire was coming off of the bead and rubbing my, and I looked down at it and it just exploded.
That sucks.
I remember filling my tire up one time as a kid with my dad, dude, and he was filling it up, and it exploded, and I, like, scared, ran in the house, bawling my eyes out. I mean, I was like 6 years old.
Dude, for being at the bike shop, I'm used to losing hearing. Like, I've had it happen right next to my head as I'm listening for, like, tubeless tires and stuff like that. Like, I'm a little numb to it now. Like, it could happen, and I can kind of shrug, but, like, when it happens to my bike personally, I'm always just like, oh, shucks. Like, come on.
Yeah. That sucks. Caleb, Geoff, if non-riding or riding, favorite moment of the whole day?
Favorite moment of the whole day?
I already
brought up my cheeseburger at the end of the day. That was probably one of my... but I'll admit my favorite moment of the whole day was sitting on that hitching post next to all you guys and just knowing that, like, everybody there put their blood and sweat into that day. Blood, sweat, and tubes into that day. You know what I mean? Knowing that, like, everybody just kind of, like, they went in and we all vibed off of each other and we all made it happen. And, I met a whole bunch of people that I didn't even know existed out there. I realized that, also being able to ride something else besides like race during the wintertime with all you guys is super good because sometimes I forget how good all of you are. Like Caleb, I know you're a hammer and you're so good, but sometimes when I get to watch you ride something else, I'm always like, dude, like he's so good. Like positive vibes throughout the whole day. Like it brings the crew and they're all super like you and like Seth. Like I've become like a Seth fan recently, like a real big Seth fan.
Maybe Gronk.
You know,
Maybe Gronk.
yeah, like to like, and even having those cool personal moments, like when we were down at ranch camp, being like, "Hey, there's soap in there. Just take my, take my soap bar."
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Or
yeah,
like hanging out,
soap.
yeah, or just like having some food with some people and talking about, but hanging out with John Quartz all weekend. I'll never say no to. Like shout out John Quartz because like the dude builds all of our bikes, so everybody's gonna go over and nerd out with him and then he'll walk in and do the over ice to back over Figgy, and then we'll shoot, and then we'll talk about all of it together. You know what I mean? Like it's and everybody just shredded and had a great time, and that's ultimately like what I was the biggest fan of. It makes me bloodthirsty for more. I drove home, and after like hour 5 in my 6.5 hour drive home, I was like, dude, I really wish I didn't have to drive home right now. Like if I got another day if I spent all day there Sunday and drove home on Monday, I would have been super stoked.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Damn, how the hell did I top that? Same, dude. I'm just saying.
You don't have to top it. It's your own personal favorite.
Because, like, I mean, mine relates to it because, I sat on that hitching post up there with him, which was a very surprise because we bullshitted about who we thought was, like, winners in it all. And, like, I respectfully, even, like, categories that you said that you had me in, I was like, I mean, like, Nate's 5-piece combo with a side of ranch, dude. Like, that,
Yeah.
you can't ignore reality.
Yeah, he's a man.
When you hit the comment of like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to find a new filmer because Kaylee, like that, I was very shocked, and I was like, hell yeah, because like, it's and I never expect anything, like, you know what I mean, like sometimes things are as obvious as it comes, but like with local jams anymore, like me and Blake was talking about this earlier this year. Like, we just want to show up and we want someone else to win because, like, we've won our jam prize packs. We have enough extra bike parts laying around and stuff. Like, let someone else get that. And, like, there was still a window of, like, yo, you were sick today. And that shit always feels good. But my personal favorite would, like, I'm tying it back to Presley, bro. He really shocked me with the hitching post, man. I'm tying it back to that. I have to, because that's my little prodigy, dude. Like, that's my little brother, dude. I love that man. And he came up to me, and I was like, nah, Presley, you didn't do that. And he's like, yeah, come look, bro, and just got up there and just did it. And I like that. I like that because the next generation, if they have the energy and attitude and stuff that Presley does, BMX has a bright future. And I love seeing that more than I love seeing like even like sometimes the regular homies get down because like your regular homies are good. Your regular homies can like bring the energy. When a 9-year-old's doing it, there's nothing else other than to thrive off of it and remember that like you're halfway still young too. So let's get down with the get down.
You got to throw in the fact too that he did that sitting on a deck of people more than twice his age.
Oh yeah. And size.
And that might have been it. I mean, in my perspective, it kind of looked like his first time riding a hitch.
It had to have been.
You know what I mean? Like,
right?
Yeah, no, I don't think there has ever been a hitching post that he could have rode that's feasible for him. I think the only other ones that, I mean, he might be able to do that one in the moon room now, but I don't think he's rode it yet.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, no, because I know he hasn't done Rays and he hasn't done Changas, but he's done like little things. Like Wedgwood has like a movable ledge that we would put up on top of where there used to be that mini where the rails are now. We would put it up there, and he's double pegged that, but that's only like it barely lets a 20-inch double peg it. Like that's how low it is.
Yeah.
So, like, he's prepared himself, but risk of like an actual hitching post, like because he could have fell over the other side of that bank, and like Geoff said, that's not just a average mini ramp to him. That's a bigger ramp. He's a little kid. It's as simple as it is. And
yeah, to him, that's a 6 foot corner.
yeah, basically, and like especially because wheel size to ramp ratio.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dude, that double peg to me was just as sick as it comes. Because I mean, he's 9 years old just doing it. That's so sick.
And then him messing around with it, like dropping back down to pedals after he got up on his peg, was like, dude,
Yeah.
he's comfortable up there now. Like he knows what to do.
I saw him hit it later on his scooter because let's not forget that he is a sponsored scooter rider too. He's sick. He's sick, dude. He's all wheels. He does everything. He
Yeah,
does it.
I did not see the first time he hit that hitching post in the kids jam coming. It looked like he was running up to it, and I was like, whoa, for real? Because I knew he had never double pegged a hitching post like that before. I knew what he was going to do, but then he did it and nailed it first try, and it was just like, holy crap, this is insane. And everything you said, spot on.
Brad, what was your favorite moment of the day?
Yeah, that's what I was literally just about to get at. I said, Brant, you've literally asked us like 3 times, man, what ours is. What's yours?
The fact that I made it possible to ask all of you guys what your favorite moment was and give away thousands of dollars to all of my friends and just do it for the sake of doing it and make it happen out of just a personally somewhat selfish motive of like, none of us could ride this ramp for so long, so I want to have all of us ride it and then make it as big as it was, as like I don't know, this is the first time that I put this much energy into like trying to make an event that all of BMX could want to come to.
Yeah.
And to have it turn out the way that it did. I know that's not a favorite moment, but it's like the essence of it all is my favorite.
And shout out to wearing your pads all day long.
I never knew when I was going to be able to pick up my bike, man.
any given time.
Yeah.
And you still recapped your own event the whole time.
What do you mean?
And you also get this.
There's gonna be a YouTube video on this. It's not like just because you made you run around with like a chicken with its head cut off. You still recorded the entire day.
Yeah, you get to relive that day over and over again till that edit's done.
Everyone gets to relive that day. That's why I do it.
Mm.
And yeah, man, I don't know. I was set out to Stoke the Midwest. I feel like since Baco went away, there was not really a jam like that in terms of like in the Midwest for those types of things. Cornhucket was there, but Cornhucket's like different in its own way in the types of things that were there. I wanted something that just and it's really more of like a nod to the tech riding. That was what I wanted. That we've been missing in BMX for years.
And all of us came running.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I get like now I'm excited to build up that brake bike because now like I just have even more of like a reason to get down with that stuff. Like,
That's
you know how
why.
I wanted to spoof ice pick a hitching post.
Caleb, the day that you do that double tap's gonna happen so fast from me. I'm gonna be like, oh, I want to be the first one.
I mean, that's why you got it, dude. Like I had all those breaks and I was like, I have more prizes than I have first place best tricks. And I purposefully, like I had a certain dollar amount for every single jam that I was willing to give out. I purposefully was like, I'm only going to do 3/4 of that for each one. And then at the end of because I know at the end of the day, there's going to be something that I wish I had more money to give it to. And when I was sending footage today and going through everything, I probably sent you more clips than anyone else, Caleb, because you did more stuff than almost anyone else. So I was like, yep, I gave that all to the right person.
Thank you. That's very appreciated. It's sick.
It's a good day when you go. It's a good day when you go through the Rolodex. You know what I mean? Like when you got to sit there and be like, oh, I think I got this. Like, let me. It's like, oh, okay, I do have this. Like, I forgot that I could do this. Let me go throw this down over here with these guys.
Yeah, and while I'm talking about this too, I did. I'm stuttering. There was a point today where I was like, man, I wish I would have had a little more time between the hitching post ending and awards to like really think, because there are some people now that I'm thinking about that I wish I would have been able to give some stuff to. Like, I wish I would have been able to give Hamilton $100 for all the stuff that he did, because it was so sick.
Yeah.
And there was a couple other people that were like that where I was like, damn, man. Like, but that's how it's always going to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, money don't grow on trees. It ain't just fucking all there.
Yeah, but
shout out to the people that put it up.
Seriously,
that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
all the way down to like an individual, just BMX normal human being like all of us. Anthony, like, I mean, his own money. But shout out to everybody just in general. Like, that's way farther than I think anybody would have expected it to go.
Mm-hmm.
And like Noah was saying earlier, I mean, you know, them loose 20s make people dance.
They really do.
$20 holler got me going all day long.
Because like I said, you do it 5 times, you got $100, man. So it's I mean, it gets people going. The energy's there, the vibes are there, and I feel like everybody had everybody's back all day. Everyone looked out for each other.
Oh, I saw several times during the jams, standing in line, people giving up their spots to the people behind them.
Yeah.
Like, especially towards the end of them, like, just like, hey man, get in front of me. You know what I mean? Like,
people were getting real close, like they're hyped. Like,
yeah, like, hey, get in front of me, get in there. Or like on the deck, especially, like even Presley at one point was like, Geoff, you go first, and I was like, okay, little guy, like, no problem, you know.
Or
I'm like, make sure you get your run in. You know what I mean? Don't let these guys walk all over you. Get your run in. But
yeah. Or you could be me and Marcus is taking too long to adjust his crank arms and pedals, and I was like, I can't keep staring, dude. And I just
That's awesome.
It gave him some more time to collect what he had going on, dude. We were just standing there watching. I mean, he's just taking a minute. And I was like, you know what? I'm ready, so I'm gonna go.
Sometimes you gotta be hungry.
Or organized chaos.
Yeah.
I had a Downside Smith bar in my head, dude. I'm like, I'm ready to do this now. Listen.
True.
Get me in there.
Speaking.
Yeah, that's why I was on that 3 long. That's why I kind of like, even though there was a point where I said I was done, and then I kind of crawled back over there and popped back up on the deck. And even Hobble called me out. And he's like, Geoff, what are you doing back up there? And I was like, kind of just looked down at my shoelaces for a couple minutes, like, oh, I might try it 1 or 2 more times, you know. The line got a little shorter, so I might give it a go.
And that's the thing is, like, you know, you get hungry because the energy's high. You're not just hungry because you know you want to do it. Like, something made you want to do it, and it was the energy just flowing the entire time.
Yeah, it was a carpe diem thing for sure. I kind of just wanted to, especially when Brant like looked at me dead in the eyes and he was like, "You're doing that because I'm not up on the deck right now." And I'm like, okay. Like I kind of really want to do it because you're not up on the deck with me right now. You know, like
that was the one hitching post trick I wanted to do, but Sponge was riding my bike and I was like, yeah, there's no way. Like, I'm gonna let him do every single trick he wants to do. I'm not gonna be like, hey, no, let me ride in my own jam.
No, shout out Sponge though, because Sponge killed it all day long.
Yeah, he did, and it was fun to watch. It's fun to watch everybody. That's like my favorite part of things is I never feel bad not getting to ride at a jam when I'm filming, because it's always awesome to watch all you guys do it and just know, like, when the jam's over or in between things, I can jump on my bike and do whatever I want to.
Yep.
I'm coming back for that pretty long though.
Oh, it might die.
Your phone's gonna die?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we could wrap it up. Tell people why they should come next year, Caleb, before it dies.
One, because support your friends. That's always important. Two, there's cool people there to become friends with. And three, who doesn't like shaking it a little bit for $20? You know what I mean? Like come get some money. We ride your bike, make some money, go home with more than what you spent to get there. It's awesome. It's sick. You know, vibes are there. It's probably gonna be 10 times as better next year as it was this year. And this year was only planned in a month. We got 364 days left, dude. Like, I mean, that's a lot that can go down in them days. It's gonna be sick. So if you're not there, I'm sorry.
Let's go. Hell yeah. Thank you, Caleb. If you need to get out of here for your phone, I'm gonna have Geoff do the exact same thing.
Peace out, boys. Thank you for including me. Thank you for a wonderful day. Geoff, I said it in the text before, you're a tank on a bike, dude. I can't believe you can tail whip. That's crazy.
Hell yeah. Thanks for jumping in, Caleb.
For sure. Peace out.
Caleb, I'll see you this winter.
Yep. Later.
See ya. Let's go. Everybody go follow Caleb Oney. Geoff Meade. It is you and I. Why should people come?
I will say that even though it was only a month to the date of this actually going down, it immediately became the most important thing I wanted to do all year. I mean, there's a couple of other factors in there. I kind of like, getting a little bit older, realizing that I'm bumping elbows with a lot of younger guys. I mean, that was something that like the event 2 weeks before that we were both at kind of, made me recognize. And then also realizing that like especially where it was, who was going, and the vibes that I knew that were going to happen, it was just like a perfect storm of elements that like made a perfect weekend happen. It's one of those, like, it's not, it's a participation event. You know what I mean? And you got to be there to participate. And it's always a great time being able to meet new friends, hang out with people that you've only met maybe on the internet. You know what I mean? Like it's always, and then be able to ride with them and hang out with them and like see how everything kind of goes down is always so inspiring to kind of keep, like, I can't wait to ride Friday Night Lights in New Jersey this week.
Yeah.
I want to tell everybody about the weekend that I had. I want to tell all of my friends that they better fucking go next year. You know what I mean? I want to roll like Caleb did. I want to roll 10 deep next year with New Jersey dudes, just, to put on a show, and, to support your friends. So, like, just like what Caleb said. And it was overall a spectacular weekend that the vibes and the riding were both at the same level.
Let's go.
And shout out to you, Brent. Thank you for putting it together. You know what I mean? Like, filming all day long, making sure everybody was comfortable, making sure everybody was heard and seen. You know what I mean? Like, organizing everybody to make sure that they're in the right places at the right time. Like, that was like, it was a marathon, and you made it to the finish line, strong.
Thanks, dude. I'm happy it worked out.
And thanks for letting me stay with you.
Always. I'm just putting your amount of days on a tab that eventually you'll just get in the mail, and you're like, what the hell? No, but I don't think there's anything that I could complain about at all about the weekend. Like, if the only thing you could say is that it was really hot for anything potentially critical in my eyes, then it's a success.
Dude, and in my head, this is the end of the season. You're not going to get too many more days that are as beautiful as the day that we had. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't go inside once, because I knew I would get trapped in there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be outside. I wanted to be with my friends. I wanted to, like, smell the cheeseburgers cooking. I wanted to see what was going on I wanted to see Gerber jump his truck through the moto section.
Yeah.
I wanted to see people ride. I wanted to see Bethany ride the street section. I wanted to go hang out and see what you were up to. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to plan out, like, what I wanted to do throughout the day, or even like kind of dig through my pockets to see, what was, what I could do, what was capable of myself doing, the entire weekend. So it, I feel like I left the weekend with a lot of love in my heart and a little bit stronger of a rider than I was the weekend before.
Hell yeah. If you need more than that to want to come to next year's event, knowing that it's going to be even better and have even more time to make it better, then maybe you shouldn't be there anyway. Either way.
Even if you don't want to, you should still come. Hang out in the pit, eat some cheeseburgers and hot dogs, camp for the night, bring all of your friends, hang out and just watch some spectacular riding happen.
That's what was super cool to me too, is that there were so many people who weren't riding in the events, but still came out for the weekend and were still pumped to be there and watch. I love that.
Yeah, it was perfect. You know what I mean? Like, we talked about it earlier, like, there was no particular demographic of riders that was, you know what I mean, like, taking over another. Like, the age range was, Presley and Dustin Reese. It was a crazy weekend that was, and shout out to Stoke Run. They did a great job accommodating everybody.
Yep.
Brant, obviously, you know what I mean? And the cupcakes were fire.
Shout out to the cupcakes and the playlist. Because
and the playlist.
The cupcakes made everybody happier for the day. Like, they showed up and everyone just got happy. And then the playlist kept the vibes right.
Yeah. And we got another year to make all of those things better.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was something else I was going to say. Crap. I can't remember.
If you got a small car, you and your friends rent an RV and make your way down there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's a place to park it. You won't be able to hook it up, like to water or whatever, but you'll be able to have your RV there and park it and sleep in it.
Yeah. And there's so many other cool things to do in Ohio while you're out there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's one of those, like, I'm not gonna lie. After Kevin brought up staying the week in between this, and maybe if they do another flat battle or whatever,
Flatland Assassins battleground.
Flatland Assassins, I may just spend the week.
Yeah, if it works out to where they're back-to-back weekends again, that would be sick.
Yeah, if it's back-to-back weekends again, I'm clearing that week so I can hang out with you, hang out with everybody that came out to the event. Also shout out Tech Bike Co. We slid into the, we entered the chat, as Habbo would say. I
was thinking about that earlier. I was like, well, they definitely lived up to the name.
Tech Bike Co takeover happened this weekend, and Nate killed it, Jake killed it. They had the tent up. I won't talk too much about it because I know we're trying to wrap things up a little bit here. But okay. I couldn't be more proud of my friends. You know what I mean? Than ever.
Absolutely. And I guess I don't think this is what I was trying to remember, but even so, the people at Stoke Run deserve some like love time as well, just because they've been going for 2.5 years now, and they have all the odds against them where it is not easy to keep a skate park alive and open in a populated area, let alone the middle of the Mohican Forest in Ohio.
Yeah.
And I was just going to say they've added so much to it in that they got a motocross track now, and nobody was ever going to do a huge national on the BMX track again, but they got it going again to be able to be used by other things. The indoor park is as incredible as ever, and it's painted, so it's not slippery. They solved that problem. The outdoor park is 20 years old, so there's some elements of it that need some love.
It's my favorite outdoor park that I've ever ridden.
And then they saved TriStar's Mini and their ramps, and so now they have a perfect spine mini ramp.
Mhm.
It's just they have everything.
They got all the elements to a fantastic weekend with your friends.
For real. So definitely, if you haven't been yet, plan a trip out and go check the place out. Ride the mini ramp, ride outside, ride inside. Bring your dirt bike. It's worth it.
Yeah, bring your RV, bring your side by side.
Jump the track
Come
on.
eat come eat some burgers and dogs, and make sure that hitching post doesn't survive till the end of the day next year.
Absolutely. And everybody who supported the event, it was a very intentional organization in terms of support, and the companies and people who wanted to be a part of it and really help make it what it was. And I want to give them recognition again. So sorry for the list, Geoff, but
fire it out, man.
I got to, because someone donated $1,000. A person hit me up just wanting to help the event out and make it the best it could possibly be. And then Champion BMX came in with $300, not even running a mail order anymore, and still
shout out Kurt.
Yeah, Kurt hit me up and sent $300. Dan's Comp not only showed up to the event with several people, but also sent money. Mark Flip from Albies hit me up and was like, hey, can I sponsor the Hitching Post Jam? So they sent money for the event. Then, like Caleb said earlier, dude who's a rider, Anthony Hitchcock, I grew up riding with him at Worcester Skate Park. He sent me some money as well. And that's just the cash sponsors. Alienation sent $500 worth of BMX brakes. That's insane.
I saw the stack at his house. It was legit.
Yeah. TJ and Drobros sent the hydraulic rim brake adapters,
which I got one and I can't wait to try to get one on my bike.
Yeah. And that's one of those things that's just perfect for a Midwest mini ramp contest prize. MKS Moto Kicks sent me some shoes and a bunch of shirts to give away. Who else was in there? Animal Bikes. Little Devil. We'll say Little Devil first. Little Devil. I hit up Derek because I was like, dude, how can I do a Midwest BMX contest and not ask Little Devil if they want to support it? So, and Derek was instantly like, yes, and sent out a bunch of stuff for that too. Thank you to him for that. And then Animal Bikes, Samson and Ryan Howard were talking. Look at that on the hat. But they were talking about the event, like they're stoked about it and wanted to go and stuff, but like not exactly, they're not super pumped to go ride a mini ramp. So he asked if I'd be down to have a street element to the event that they would do the work for and have prizes for and everything. And they showed up and it was sick. They gave away a bunch of stuff. Then let me pull up the flyer just to make sure I don't miss anybody, because I really do want to make sure that I give everyone the love and thanks that they gave me. The only other one that I missed actually was Wooder Designs. Kevin, he made trophies. Unfortunately, they didn't show up in time, but I was looking at the podium and I was like, or the hitching post full of winners, and I was like, sick, a lot of these guys are in Ohio, so I won't have to mail them the trophies. But they're awesome trophies. I guess the event's over now, so I could say it. I was trying to not show them until the event, but he made a spine and then put a actual spine on top of it and 3D printed it in gold. And he made a bunch of them and put all the sponsors on it and Stoke the Midwest. It's super cool. Yeah.
Kevin's a G.
Yeah. So like, just
shout out for coming up with that rad ass design that hopefully will be showing up in people's mailboxes soon.
Yeah. And use them for next year's event too. And it's just one of those things. I want to make sure that I do this right, because I didn't just hit up every single company under the sun and ask them to sponsor the event. I was intentional about who I first hit up, and then I let the rest be people who reached out to me wanting to help out. And I appreciate that. And that's how I think, like, I want to do things moving forward too. Not just try, like, yeah, it's sick to try and get as much stuff as you possibly can to give out. But I would rather just know that the people who are contributing are people who saw it and sought me out to make it even better.
Shout out.
Yeah. Thanks you for driving to Ohio so much.
Oh, dude, it's my pleasure. And to be dead honest, like I said, as soon as you mentioned what kind of event this was, I came a running. You know, like the weekend before, like I'm not going to give a sob story, but the weekend before, I threw my back out really bad.
Yeah.
To the point of where I didn't ride all week long, and I was even worried about making it to work. And the Friday night dropping in with my teeth clenched, being like, if it's going to happen, it might as well happen now. And then, being able to ride the whole weekend was especially tear jerking to me. Like, I thought about it a lot on the way home that, like, all I wanted to do as soon as you posted the flyer for this was make it out to this event. You know what I mean? Like, it was one of those where I was like, if my back's thrown out, like, we talked about it, I'll be a judge or I'll hang out for the day or I can camera hold, you know what I mean? Like, I could definitely do something, but, like, I really just wanted to be at that deck, bumping elbows with my friends and being able to ride something truly cool and different and, like, new because we all heard the story about the ramp, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that makes it especially, because in New Jersey, we've had a handful of skateboard parks close, and their last ditch effort was to let bikes in. You know what I mean? So hearing that story about that ramp, maybe gas up the car, throw the bikes in the back, and give a couple of phone calls to see who's going to be there, and then just truck the rest of the way.
Yep. And hopefully, watching this and hearing everything we've said is enough to make people ready for next year's event. I'm ready.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm so ready.
Like I said, as soon as you posted it today, I put it in my calendar.
Yeah. So if you saw the event that happened, you were at this event, you want to support next year's event, hit me up. Let's start now and make it even bigger and better than this year was.
Start getting your mini ramp runs in now. Because I know I'm inspired to ride. I mean, like I said, I can't wait for my next, night with the guys at my local park.
Yeah.
Because I want to tell them about it, and B, I got to get some new moves. I can't do the same moves 2 years in a row.
There you go. All right, Geoff, I got some stuff I got to do, so I'm going to wrap this up now. I appreciate everybody who was there, supported, is watching this right now, and is considering coming next year. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
Shout out to you again, Brant. Thanks for organizing it. Thanks for making it a reality.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Have a good day, everybody.